Welcome back to our channel on this beautiful, crisp morning. Today, we are diving deep into the absolute chaos unfolding in our favorite town. And let me tell you, the latest developments have left me completely speechless. There is so much hidden beneath the surface, so let us jump straight into the madness together. Hold on, what if everything we believed about this character was wrong? I am looking at Samantha right now, and her reaction to Tyrell's secret is completely disproportionate. I can't stop thinking about this. She finds out Tyrell is secretly turning down a massive academic opportunity, a scholarship, an internship, whatever it is, just to stay near Jessica for the summer. But why did Samantha look so utterly terrified? When she was looking at that file or that email, her hands were visibly shaking. I watched it 3 times, zooming in on the screen. The camera lingered on her knuckles, turning white as she gripped the folder. Maybe that means nothing, but why would a simple rejected scholarship make her hyperventilate? What did she actually see in Tyrell's records that she is hiding from us? Do you think he planned this from the start? Was this whole relationship with Jessica just a cover for something much darker? Let us talk about Tyrell and Jessica, because something is deeply off here. Tyrell is throwing away his entire future, his hard work, everything he has built, just to stay near her. But look at the way they interact in their last scene together. Did you notice the pause in dialogue before Jessica smiled? Why was she smiling during that scene? It wasn't a warm, loving smile. It was the smile of someone who knows they have complete psychological control. Tyrell is acting like a hostage to his own teenage romance, and Jessica is just soaking it up, manipulating him into isolating himself from his family and his future. I genuinely don't know what to believe anymore. Is Tyrell just a naive kid in love, or is Jessica running a masterclass in emotional manipulation? Or maybe the show wants us to ignore the obvious, and Tyrell is the one manipulating the situation to avoid leaving home because he is terrified of something else entirely. Then we have Martin. Martin's reaction to Samantha's news is pure, unadulterated panic, and it bleeds so perfectly into his own secret ambitions. Remember, Martin is secretly plotting a massive, disruptive post-campaign project. He literally just sat down with his mother, Nicole, and tried to innocently ask, after the campaign, should I reduce my workload or start a bigger project? And Nicole instantly saw right through him, demanding to know what he was planning because it could turn his life upside down. Martin is sitting on a powder keg of his own making, and now his son is derailing his life. When Martin hears about Tyrell, his eyes dart around the room. He avoids direct eye contact with Smitty. Why? Because Tyrell's self-sabotage mirrors his own hidden agendas. Martin wants to intervene immediately to crush Tyrell's rebellion before it starts. But is he doing it to protect Tyrell, or to assert control because his own life is spiraling out of his grasp? That reaction didn't feel human. It felt like a man projecting his own massive failures onto his son. And Smitty is just standing there, trying to play the voice of reason, but you can see the vein throbbing in his neck. He knows that if they push Tyrell, the kid will just rebel harder. But how long can Smitty hold it together? Every day that passes pushes Tyrell closer to an irreversible decision that will ruin his life. Smitty's soft approach is completely at odds with Martin's authoritarian instincts. This keeps getting worse the more I think about it. If Martin pushes too hard, Tyrell will see it as a declaration of war. If Smitty stays soft, Tyrell ruins his life. But what if Smitty secretly wants Tyrell to fail so he can swoop in as the savior? No, that's crazy. Or is it Smitty's nervous pacing in the background of that scene? He walked past the same lamp 4 times. Why did the director focus on the lamp? It's driving me insane. There is a hidden power struggle here between Martin and Smitty over who gets to control Tyrell's fate. But wait, we have to talk about Naomi because my brain is actively melting over her confession. Naomi has been lying for months. When Anita found out she had breast cancer, all the Dupree women got tested for the BRCA gene. Naomi told everyone she was negative. She let Anita and Donnie find comfort in the lie that the gene stopped with them. But she is positive. She has the cancer gene, just like her mother. Why would she lie about something so monumental? I can't stop thinking about the psychological torture she must have put herself through, smiling at family dinners while carrying a literal ticking time bomb in her DNA. Did she do it to protect them, or because she is deeply, pathologically terrified of being seen as flawed? Why is Naomi confessing right now? This is the detail that is tearing my theories apart. She confessed on Thursday, stunning Donnie and Jacob. Why Thursday? Did her symptoms get worse? Did she find a lump and realize she can't hide it from her family anymore? Or did someone force her hand? You don't just casually drop a bombshell like that unless the walls are closing in. Maybe that means nothing, but look at the editing choices leading up to her confession. The camera kept cutting to her hands twisting her wedding ring, over and over, twisting, pulling. It was a sign of immense, suffocating guilt. She told her mother that she has been lying to her husband for months. The guilt is crushing her alive, but I think there is more to it. I think the BRCA gene is activating, and she knows she is running out of time. And speaking of her husband, Jacob, this is where the conspiracy completely takes over my mind. Jacob is already operating under severe paranoia. We know from the timeline that Jacob is being hunted. He was brutally beaten by his contact, Ren, over the plasma ring investigation. Ren literally told him in that abandoned warehouse, "I told you there would be a price to pay for your messing around. I just haven't told you who will pay it yet." Jacob is so terrified he is hiding in elevators just to meet Grayson, demanding, "Why are you ignoring my calls?" He's a man on the absolute edge of sanity. And now, in the middle of this life-threatening plasma ring crisis, he finds out his wife has been lying to him about a life-threatening genetic mutation. No, something is deeply off here. Jacob's entire reality is fracturing. He can't trust Ren. He can't trust Grayson. And now he realizes he can't even trust the woman he sleeps next to every night. Will Jacob even believe her? Or will his paranoia twist her confession into something else? What if Jacob thinks Naomi's lie is somehow connected to the threats Ren is making? I know that sounds unhinged, but think about it. He is being hunted, threatened with collateral damage. And suddenly his wife drops a massive secret. In his traumatized brain, every lie is a threat. Can he forgive Naomi for hiding a truth that impacts their entire family's future? Or will he see it as the ultimate betrayal? When she was speaking, did you see the way Jacob's jaw clenched? He didn't look sad, he looked cornered. That reaction didn't feel human. It felt like a trapped animal realizing the cage just got smaller. Why does every scene feel emotionally manipulated to push Jacob closer to a violent breakdown? Then we have Donnie and Anita. Donnie is going to be completely shattered. Finding out your daughter has the cancer gene is devastating enough, but finding out she lied to your face for months while you were trying to heal, that is a betrayal that cuts to the bone. Will Donnie be heartbroken, or will she be furious? I think she is going to be enraged. The emotional manipulation in this family is staggering. And poor Anita just woke up, and she is about to be hit with a freight train of trauma. The news about Naomi is going to eclipse everything else in her life. How is Anita supposed to recover when her family is built on a foundation of pathological lies? Which brings me to the other update. Anita and Vernon get news about one of their grandchildren. At first, it seems like it's just about Kat moving out of their house and buying her own apartment on a whim. Kat's sudden departure, why did she leave so fast? Did she know about Naomi's secret? Is Kat running away from the toxic, suffocating web of lies in this family? Maybe I'm reading too deeply into this, but Kat's sudden independence feels like a desperate escape attempt. She packed her bags too quickly. She didn't look back. It's like she could sense the emotional explosion that was about to happen with Naomi and wanted to be as far away as possible before the shrapnel hit. But what if the news Vernon and Anita receive isn't just about Kat? What if it's the Naomi bombshell reaching them? Imagine Anita, still physically fragile, hearing that her granddaughter caught fled the house, and in the same breath, finding out Naomi carries the BRCA gene and has been lying to everyone. The sheer emotional weight of that double impact is going to destroy Anita. Why does every scene feel emotionally manipulated to cause maximum pain to this specific character? The writers are purposefully layering these tragedies. Tyrell's future is imploding, Jacob is being hunted by Ren, Naomi is crumbling under the weight of her genetic lie, Martin is playing a dangerous game with Nicole, and Anita is caught in the crossfire of all of it. I genuinely don't know what to believe anymore. I keep circling back to Samantha and Tyrell, though my brain won't let it go. What if Samantha didn't just find out about a rejected scholarship? What if she found out Tyrell is involved in something much darker to impress Jessica? What if Tyrell's refusal to leave isn't about love, but about a debt, a threat? We know Ren is threatening collateral damage in Jacob's storyline. What if Tyrell is that collateral damage? What if the plasma ring conspiracy has already infected the younger generation? Yes, I know I am jumping between theories rapidly, but look at the timeline. Jacob is being threatened, and suddenly Tyrell is making catastrophic, irrational life choices. This keeps getting worse the more I think about it. The universe is too connected for this to be a coincidence. Every single character is hiding something right now. Martin is hiding his post-campaign project from Nicole, trying to gauge her reaction like a sociopath testing the waters. Naomi is hiding her BRCA gene from Jacob and her mother. Tyrell is hiding his rejected opportunities from Martin and Smitty. Grayson is hiding from Jacob in elevators. It's an epidemic of deception. And all these lies are going to detonate at the exact same time. When Nicole finally exposes Martin's project, when Jacob finally snaps from the pressure of Ren and Naomi's lie, when Smitty finally loses his temper with Tyrell. The fallout is going to be absolutely apocalyptic. You have to pay attention to the objects shown repeatedly. The folder Samantha held, Naomi's wedding ring. The elevator buttons Jacob kept pressing, they are all symbols of being trapped. Tyrell is trapped by his obsession with Jessica. Naomi is trapped by her DNA. Jacob is trapped in that elevator with Grayson, demanding answers while Ren holds his life in his hands. Martin is trapped by his mother Nicole's terrifying maternal intuition. The walls are closing in on everyone in Fairmont Crest. I am watching these episodes at 3 a.m., and the sheer psychological terror of these family dynamics is keeping me awake. I am pacing my room trying to connect these dots. Do you see it now? Do you see how everything is connected through this web of emotional power struggles? I can't unsee it. The hidden resentment is bubbling just beneath the surface of every single conversation. Donnie is going to resent Naomi for lying. Jacob is going to resent everyone for keeping him in the dark. Martin is going to destroy Tyrell's relationship, and Tyrell is going to hate him forever. Or maybe the show wants us to ignore the obvious, and the real betrayal hasn't even happened yet. I need to rewatch the entire season. There is something in the background, a shadow, a glance, a dropped word that explains all of this. I just have to find it before my mind completely unravels.